Greetings, my hoodoo boos. Hi, I want to drop you guys this message. I'm sitting up, relaxing, watching me some Golden Girls, and all of a sudden, because that's my shit, like literally, that's my show. I love that show. And the ancestors was like, you need to put this message out right now, and they downloaded some shit to me, and I'm here to give y'all what they told me to give y'all. Okay, this message is for practitioners who want to ascend higher in spirit. That literally is the objective. That should be the objective of the objective. If you are a low vibrational person who do not want to ascend higher in spirit, this message ain't for you. Go on back to watching, get off this video and go over to watching cat videos and cooking shows and shit like that. This video ain't for you. If you're in this lane so you can boss up your pockets and do parlor tricks for people for shits, giggles, and likes, this ain't for you. But if you are truly in this realm so that you can gain higher, higher, and higher, ascend higher in spirit, this message that I'm about to give you is for you. Okay, so as you guys know, when I teach, I like to use analogies because it literally drives my point home, right? Okay. So I want you to liken your spiritual your relationship with spirit, your spiritual journey to reading. Remember when we first started reading? When we had to learn the alphabet, right? We had to learn to identify by sight the alphabet, A, B, C, D, blase, right? And then we had to learn by sight and sound what words, what letters mean. I, E, U, Ah, you know what I mean? Z, all those words. We had to learn what the letters meant phonetically. And then we put letter combinations together. Shh. You know what I mean? La, like that, right? Because that's progression. You're ascending higher phonetically. You're ascending higher in reading and language arts and shit like that, right? Then you got your first book, and most of our first book was See Spot Run, See Jane Go type shit. You was reading you some See Jane Go. You saw Spot Run too because you read the shit out of that damn book. That's like first grade, kindergarten, whatever. I'm not an educator like in the schools. I tutor kids, but not like an actual teacher. So forgive me if I'm getting the grades wrong. And then you ascend higher. Next thing you know, you reading Green Eggs and Ham. Sam, I am. You really into some Green Eggs and Ham. You excited. If you were like me, when you read See Spot Run and you're sounding it out, you're like learning how to read and you're happy and shit, right? Then you got to Green Eggs and Ham. I do not want green eggs and ham. Sam, I am. Now you're reading that and you're feeling kind of good. But as you ascended higher in your learning, like let's say sixth grade, let's say you got into the Sweet Valley Twins. I know I'm dating myself, but I was really into Sweet Valley Twins. I was reading the hell out of those books when I was a kid, and the Goosebumps and shit. Now if you're at that level of reading, which is what, sixth grade, seventh grade, whatever, if somebody handed you a book called See Spot Run, you're gonna look at that book like and put it off to the side and go off to, something more advanced because you're ascending higher in your learning. And then you get to like some John Grisham, the murder mysteries. A bitch still love to read those. And now you've ascended much higher to adult literature like murder mysteries and maybe cookbooks that, whatever, and maybe some autobiographies type shit, college, level, whatever. So if you're in college and somebody hand you some Sweet Valley Twins, you're going to kind of look like, okay. So I want you to liken your spiritual journey to that. In this realm that we're in, as I stated before, your objective is to ascend higher in spirit. With that ascension comes a price. Because the higher you go, the more responsibilities you get, the more shit you learn, the more advanced and perplexed objectives spirit will give you on your journey. Okay, I need you to pay attention to what I'm saying. So anybody who is a seasoned practitioner will tell you that they are not the person that they was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 1 year ago. They have grown, they have matured, they have leveled, and they have bossed up. That is the objective. If you are literally trying to ascend higher in spirit, that is the objective. So, with that being said, there's something y'all need to know. The people that you associate with, every person that you know will not be carried with you as you ascend higher. There's some people that you're going to have to separate from. And I know that that's a hard pill to swallow. I know that some people may not want to hear that. That relationship that you're with that man, he may not be able to come with you at the next level. That friendship of home chick that you've been knowing your whole life, that you love like a sister, may not be able to come with you on the next level. Excuse me, friendships expire. You outgrow people, and that's okay. That's not bad. An expired friendship is not a beef. That doesn't mean you have beef. That means you love the person, but right now you cannot associate with them because they're vibrating at a different frequency than you are if you're ascending higher. Example, you know how, and for seasoned practitioners, they can vouch for what I'm about to say. You know how you have that group of homegirls that you kicked it with, and y'all maybe went out and y'all chilled and y'all kicked it and y'all sit up and had wine or whatever. But over time, you realize that you really don't have much in common with them anymore. That means that your friendship have grown apart, or maybe somebody did some fuck shit, and instead of you getting mad about it, I want to challenge y'all to do this. Understand and realize that friendships expire, relationships expire, family interactions, family people, family friendships, family interactions, relationships expire. Everybody is not meant to be in your life forever. Some people are only meant to be in your life for a season. And that could be a hard pill to swallow, but it also can be very liberating at times. People are hitting me up. They're ascending higher in spirit. And this is a common thread with the emails and stuff that I get. They're ascending higher in spirit, but some of their associates, your friends, their boyfriends, their husbands, their siblings, their whatever, are still stagnant in whatever level and vibration that they're on, and they want to know what can they do. Some people want to sour them. They're mad at the person. I'm here to tell you right now, the African witch bitch is here to tell you, don't get mad at people because they don't level up and boss up in your time frame. It's okay for you to ascend higher, and you might have to look back and wave at them and keep on pushing, just like when you graduated from C Spot Run and Sam I Am Green Eggs and Ham. You don't get mad at the book. That book served a purpose to get you to the next level, and that book will still be on the shelf for somebody else to come along and pick it up and read it who's reading on that level. But you can't read that stuff no more because your skills are too sharp to receive anything from that genre of reading. And I want you to liken that to your spiritual journey. There are people that you know in your life that you've met. If you are a baby witch and you're watching this, I want you to pay close attention to what I'm saying. There are people that you know that you've met in your life that served a purpose. They were friends, they were good people, but because you are ascending higher in spirit, those people no longer are vibrating on the level that you need, and you find yourself getting irritated with them quicker. You find yourself seeing shit that you never saw before because your eyes are being opened to a deeper thinking and a deeper level, and spirit is communicating with you about shit. Before, spirit wasn't communicating because you didn't have a cultivated relationship with spirit. Your ancestors, deities, that spirit, they're sitting up here talking to you and telling you and showing you shit. So it's okay. I'm here to let you know that it's okay to outgrow friendships. It's okay to outgrow relationships. That don't mean you have a beef. That don't mean you gotta hate the person. That don't mean that person is your enemy. That literally means that you've just outgrown them and it's time to move on. And you reduce your interaction with them. Not in a mean way, but in a self-preservation way. Think about this. The very first law of nature in any species, whether it be a cat, a dog, a spider, a wolf, a bird, the first law of nature in any species is self-preservation. Babies, if you think about it, everything that lives and breathes on this earth, and even the microorganisms that don't live and that don't breathe but they do live, the first law of nature is self-preservation. So it is okay. You should not be apologetic for gleaning energies that are non-serving to you, that are non-beneficial to you, that are low vibrational, that you've outgrown. If you have to cut that person off in a respectful way and reduce communication with them and pull your energy back, that means that that's okay, and you should not have to apologize for it, feel apologetic for it, feel guilty for it, or feel remorse for it. That's what I want y'all to know. So this week's homework session, regardless of when you see this video, you might see this video 6 months after I post it, is to sit back and think. And if you need a piece of paper and a pen to write it down, write it down. And you list people in your life. I don't care if it's your mama, your granny, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, your boyfriend, your husband, your boss, your co-workers, your best friend from the 6th grade, your best friend from the 3rd grade, your best friend from kindergarten. If that person, and you find yourself feeling some kind of way about your interaction with them, you can alter that relationship. There is nowhere where it's written that you have to stay connected to somebody who is not serving a purpose in your life and who is low vibrational and not evolving. It's okay. I promise you it's okay. So that is what I'm here to tell you. And I want to warn you guys, especially if your baby witch is watching this, that one thing that you're going to notice on your journey is you're going to outgrow a lot of people. You're going to outgrow friendships. You're going to outgrow relationships. You're going to outgrow co-workers and interactions, etc. You are. The people that I associated with 3 years ago, I don't associate with anymore because I've grown and I've matured. And I've seen things that, that I didn't see before because I've matured in spirit, and that's the objective. Okay? I am the African Witch Bitch. I'm sorry this video is so long. Normally I don't do them this long if I'm giving a homework session. But you guys have a great day, and I want you to remember, if you don't remember anything else from this video, as you mature up and as you level up, you are going to outgrow people, and that's okay. It is not offensive, and an expired friendship does not automatically by default constitute a beef. Let people go in peace, and that's okay. You got to love you more than you love anybody else, because at the end of the day, you are the one that you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. Everybody comes and go. Everybody do, including your children. They're going to grow into their own people, and they're going to mature out and venture out into the world. It's your job to protect them. It's your job to instill in them the tools necessary to make them productive human beings. But at the end of the day, they're going to have their own lives too, and that's okay. That's what you want. You don't want children that are codependent on you for the rest of their life. But you got to love you, and you got to protect your space and your energy, and you should always feel unapologetic for doing so. I am the African Witch Bitch. If you have any questions, please feel free. Hit me up. You guys already know my information is in the description box below if you want to hit me up. If you are in the market to purchase low-cost hoodoo supplies, hit up my website. You already know my prices are cheap as hell. I do that on purpose because I am a not-for-profit witch. Do not inbox me and email me asking me to do work for you. Or do readings for you. If in the very few instances that I do work for people, I don't charge them to do the work. In the very few instances that I do readings, I don't charge people to do readings. I'm not saying it's wrong to charge, but if you are a for-profit practitioner, you got a price list that's high as giraffe pussy. But if you are a not-for-profit practitioner like me, I get my reward from spirit. I don't need to dig in your purse or your pockets to further my life or enrich my life. It ain't that serious for me. You guys have a great night. I am the African Witch Bitch. Ashe.